Have you ever started a video game and within an hour or two, you instantly decided that this game was not for you? For whatever reason, whether the environment or the gameplay or whatever it is, it just wasn't clicking. That was what happened to me when I tried Fallout 4 about a year ago. And I tried it again in 2024, and I am really glad that I did. So today, I'm going to delve into the good and bad of Fallout 4, and I'm going to talk about the things that turned me away from this game a little bit, but also the things that I'm really enjoying as I play more of this game. So the very first thing we'll talk about is the good. For me, by far my favorite part about this game is exploring abandoned Boston. As a baseball fan, the fact that you got to explore an abandoned Fenway is insane, and what they did with it is just so unique, and I can't stress enough, the exploration of places that are inspired by real places is just insane, and the fact that you can explore high schools and hospitals and businesses is just so cool, and I can't stress enough, just vibing out and exploring is the biggest strength of Fallout 4. The next thing that I really enjoyed about Fallout 4 that surprised me a whole lot was the companions. So not only do I love the fact that you have someone that's able to fight with you and follow you, I actually found my current companion by just exploring the map and finding some abandoned tower. And I actually worked my way up the tower and met my companion with another human. For some reason, it feels like I'm attached to this companion because I found him. And he also has pretty unique personality traits, like he dislikes when I break into things, which we still have to talk about and get over. But my biggest point about this is it's not only having companions that feels cool, but actually meeting companions feels really rewarding. And by the time you get to earn them, it honestly feels so awesome to pick which one you want to bring with you, and you truly do feel a little bit attached to them. The next thing I really enjoy about Fallout 4 is just how chill the whole game is really laid out. So you can save anywhere you want, which is awesome because if you're about to embrace a hard fight, you can literally just save right beforehand. But also, this game was truly made to just vibe out, go straight, see what you encounter on the way. You're going to probably see a bunch of abandoned buildings. You're meant to go explore and see if they offer anything, and they usually do. And my point about this is this almost complements a gamer who plays really intense games that get your heart rate up, games that make you sweat a little bit. This is not one of them. And it's honestly really refreshing to have a game to play at the end of the night that's just really laid back. I can drink a cup of tea, put on a good podcast, and just vibe out and explore Fallout. The variety in weapons in this game is also amazing, and looting is super cool. The game also has a really good variety of enemies, and there's also a lot of bosses. And sometimes you'll encounter bosses who are a bit too strong and over-leveled for you, and that is the game encouraging you to just explore more, get stronger, and come back. I also enjoy in this game how ammo is actually a limited resource, and part of looting is just finding ammo. And it's actually fun to find ammo. It feels rewarding, and I never thought that I would enjoy this little chase of kind of managing ammo. To conclude the good about this game, the last thing I want to talk about is truly just how amazing the environment looks. The graphics are amazing, and they did an awesome job with this game. And it's also pretty impressive how this feels like a next-gen game, but it also truly feels like a Bethesda game. Especially if you played games like Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, you're certainly going to feel right at home here, except for a few aspects, which I'm about to get into right now. So some of these things are things that I did not enjoy about this game. Others are more of common complaints that I've heard, and I'm going to go into all of that. The first thing that I have to say that turned me off of this game a little bit was the gunplay is a bit weak. So at first I thought that it might have only been just the pipe weapons, the pipe pistols and rifles. But no, truthfully, the first person shooting in this game is just a little bit weak, especially if you play a game like Borderlands 3 or Destiny 2 or just about any modern first-person shooter, you're going to feel the outdated mechanics in the first-person shooting of this game. Another thing that I didn't really love about this game was the whole building your shelter. Now, I know a lot of you guys enjoy that, and I respect that you guys like that. But it wasn't for me. And I have to give this game credit that it doesn't really affect your experience if you decide not to pursue that too much. Because I haven't really done any base building at all, and I am still loving my experience with this game. But as someone who played Fallout 3 and New Vegas, this wasn't something I found myself wanting in this game, and I didn't really have any desire to pursue it. Something else that I haven't really been utilizing in this game is the power armor. I know this may be controversial, but I don't really enjoy this addition to the game just because it doesn't feel like Fallout for me. I want to just explore with the tools that I've always known and keep kind of progressing at my own pace. That's just me. I'd be curious to hear what you guys think of the power armor in Fallout 4. The next downside of this game is I actually think the early game is pretty weak. Not to say that like the tutorial or the story is bad, but I think once this game throws you out there right away, they're almost assuming that you're a Fallout veteran. Because I feel like if you aren't, it is kind of hard in the beginning because you're going to feel pretty weak and you're not going to be sure what to do. I feel like most Bethesda games tend to start out slow like that. And I remember Skyrim was like that for me too the first time that I played. So if there are any new players out there and you're experiencing some slowness in the beginning, push through a little bit longer and then form an opinion on what you feel about this game. One of the most common complaints about this game, understandably so, is the loading screens. They really are kind of ridiculous. You could like enter a closet of an office and you're gonna have like a minute-long loading screen, so just be prepared. Truthfully, it's not game-breaking or anything like that, but it is annoying, especially in places where there shouldn't be such long loading screens, but that's just my opinion. The next downside that I have about Fallout 4 is I have certainly had some performance issues. So I've had trouble loading up the game. I've actually had trouble trying to obtain gameplay from this game. The only game I've ever had trouble with that, trying to screen record. I've also experienced just some in-game glitches. I've experienced some completely random explosions. Companions are super glitchy. Sometimes they're completely useless. Sometimes they're very helpful. I don't know if this is just my experience, but my first companion was Preston, and he literally did nothing. He was not shooting any bad guys. He was following me. I know how the companions work, but I can assure you that my guy was not doing anything. Overall, I still think this game is worth playing, and a lot of these complaints that I have are very along the lines of a normal Bethesda game. And if you guys enjoy Bethesda games, if you enjoy Fallout games, you have to give this one a shot. And like I said earlier in this video, if you do feel like it's starting out a little bit slow, that was exactly how I felt when I first started, and I'm really glad that I revisited this game in 2024 and pushed through. Please let me hear your guys' opinions. I would love to know where you guys stand on this game. It's certainly not perfect, but I can certainly say I'm having fun playing it right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.